Doo-wop are the stars out of your mind. Doo-wop.
Hi folks, yes it's me, welcoming you to the Trudy Haynes Show, and the sound you heard is the legendary Flamingos, our guests later on in this show. But all of our show today is our holiday package full of exciting glam, information, as well as the Flamingos. And later in the show, you'll find out how oil and vinegar can make your holiday dessert the talk of the town. In fact, a couple of affairs are certainly the talk of the town this holiday season. Starting right off with the Evening of Style and Grace, presented by the gracious Fatimah Gamble, wife of famous Kenny TSOP fame. And if you were not there, here's some of what you missed. Of course, anybody who is anybody filled the University of the Arts Auditorium on South Broad for this annual treat of fashion, rubbing elbows, entertainment, and delicious tasties, topped off with the bubbly stuff. But Fatimah has a purpose with this annual gala.
This is the third year that we've had the event here at the University of the Arts, simply because it's one of the few venues in the city where you can bring your own caterer. Many of the facilities, you'll have to utilize their caterers, and we're showcasing our culinary academy at Arden Reed. So all of the food that was prepared by our students. Isn't that amazing? Have you ever tasted anything that was done so well by young people? Impeccable. And, you know, we're Ritz-Carlton. They have been working with us. Well, actually, they train the students to serve. Yeah, and to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what this is all about. And your mission is to enable young black people what to do with their future.
It is absolutely so true, because I'll tell you, they don't have a clue. They really do not. They aspire to do certain things, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know that if you want to be a cosmetologist, you want to do hair, then that's just the beginning, because you can really own your own spas, you can own your own health clubs, you can own your own product line, your makeup. You know, it's endless possibilities, and what we try to teach them is to realize their potential and all the possibilities that is afforded to them.
I never did know quite about the Boys to Men mission. What is that all about?
From Boys to Men? Oh, From Boys to Men is our is the counterpart to our girls, because you can train girls to be ladies, but they have to have a mate who knows how to be a gentleman. So if they're not being trained, who are we going to have to complement our women, our young girls? So it just makes sense to train them as well, because they need it even more so than the young ladies do. Because I mean, there's constantly they're labeled as problem, and they have programs for problem boys, but they don't have programs to enhance boys. Not enough programs to enhance boys. So you know, we enjoy what we're doing, and we do see the fruits of our labor, and you saw it this evening. And so we're very proud of what we do here at Universal Pearls of Wisdom and From Boys to Men.
How do they get in touch with you if someone says, oh, I want to do that?
Well, they can call 215-732-6518, extension 121. It's 215-732-6518, extension 121, and speak with the program manager, and that is Nakia Moss. Yes. And you know, and having modeled, you know, myself over the years, I know what to look for, just like you. You know when you see a great show, you know when you see great quality garments, you know. Okay, so I've just taken what I have learned over the years, through the fashion industry, and I'm simply applying it. My pleasure.
Around the clock home health care services, we decided that we could play an important part in the lives of the aging population by providing services to allow them to remain in their homes and maintain a level of independence. People live longer being at home, they're happier, they're in familiar surroundings, and that's why we're here to provide those services. We have been fortunate to have United Bank step in and assist us with the acquisition and development of construction of a 2-story office. United Bank believed in Around the Clock, they believed in our vision, and they worked with us side by side to make this dream a reality.
Well, maybe you were at another annual Who's Who showstopper, Earl Harvey's annual Black Professionals Holiday Party at the African American Museum on 7th and Arch.
We're so glad that you're here. We try to get together the black professionals in the city in a nice, wonderful environment like the African American Museum. A lot of folks haven't been here in years, so it's our job to get them in. Tonight we're going to have networking, we're going to have small business development, live entertainment, lots of good food and beverage. It's just a wonderful time at the African American Museum for Earl Harvey's 5th anniversary Black Professionals Holiday Party.
Another packed house with a historical backdrop, one all of us should be aware of. This museum is our only collection of African American memorabilia on display every day, and many of the guests were taking it in while enjoying complimentary tasties and drinks on each landing, music on the lower level for dancing, while others went straight to the top level for jazz with a live band. Harvey is publisher of a famous Who's Who in the News, Black Professionals bi-weekly magazine on what's happening, and he's concerned about what the folks are doing. But my light of your life came at the UAC breakfast a few weeks ago. I have two great reasons why I'm saying to you that this is very rewarding and very humbling to receive this award. Now, of course, a lot of people say that, and they say, oh, this is the best award I've ever had. Well, this is one of my best, and almost the best. For one reason, Monday, I will be 89 years old. Thank you. So these are my reasons why this is so important to me. To be able to walk in and walk out, and to thank you for affording me the best years of my life. Thank you. Again, my heartfelt thanks to UAC and Philadelphia. Well, all of you should enjoy our city this holiday season. In fact, our reporter, Sanjay Milburn, says the city is all lit up.
As a way to brighten up Broad Street as well as changing its look, the City of Philadelphia installed 41 light poles along North Broad Street. Starting from Broad and Spring Garden and ending at Broad and Glenwood, these lights are designed for attraction and is one of the many projects towards the revitalization process on North Broad Street. As a new project under the North Broad Renaissance, a nonprofit organization in charge of projects on North Broad Street, Executive Director Shalimar Blakely hopes the lights change the way people see North Broad and provide opportunities such as jobs and bring the community together.
Same thing with development. That's with the development that's taking place. You know, let's not be so fast to say no, 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 we don't want. But is this one beneficial to the community? Can it create jobs? Because that's key, not to just build, but to build in a way where these are job creators. And how can we get involved in this and collaborate with these efforts so that we're benefiting as well?
Estimated at a $14 million budget, Blakely uses her background in public relations to raise money for these projects by fundraising, applying for grants from the city, and networking. With the goal to transform Broad Street into the big, bright lights of Times Square in New York City, these lights add something new to Broad Street. Depending on which way the sun is facing, these lights reflect the city's skyline by showing blue in one direction and gold in the other. While many people are satisfied about the lights, others feel there has been no change. Resident Michael Bryan explains how these lights have changed the look of Broad Street, but feel that they are not needed at the time.
It wasn't something that really was important. I mean, I noticed it, so I thought, okay, damn, that's nice, and then that was the end of it. Like, I didn't give it a lot of thought.
As a stepping stone to the revitalization process on North Broad, the North Broad Renaissance serves as an outlet for the community. It continues to grow and add ideas. Reporting from Broad Street, I'm Sanju Milburn.
Hunger affects nearly 900,000 people in the Delaware Valley. The number of people right here in our community, especially children and the elderly, who aren't sure where their next meal is coming from is unsettling. But there's something we can do to help. At City Team, we believe in helping people who have fallen on hard times, and we believe there's a way to help people respectfully, preserving their dignity. What began in 1989 as a once-weekly community meal is now a full kitchen, serving 3 meals a day, every day of the year. In 2013, we converted our traditional food pantry to create a grocery store-style experience, offering fresh produce and full-choice options for our households in need of food. In 2015, we launched a new project called Hope Cafe. Each Saturday at City Team, our cafeteria becomes a restaurant experience for the hungry, offering a menu with multiple entree options. Volunteers serve as the waitstaff and kitchen helpers. After dinner, all are welcome to stay for a time of music and teaching that gives our guests an opportunity to engage with God in their own way. With each bit of growth, we have remained true to our purpose of serving the way Jesus did, filled with compassion, serving humbly, and giving opportunity to share hope with people in the midst of painful circumstances. And we depend on people like you to donate, volunteer, and help change the lives of people in need.
Wherever the wind blows, that's where I'm gonna go. Wherever it takes me, that's where I wanna be. Got to be, got to be, got to be, got to believe. Got to see it to believe.
Well, folks, take a little dash of vinegar and sprinkle of oil, and you can enjoy your meal better. So says Dolores Waddell, who has the only unique salon and menu of its kind in our country. You're going to love this. I'm here in Wilmington, Delaware, with one of the most unique businesses that I've found in a long time, and the lady with me is in charge, or is the CEO of Fusion's Taster's Choice.
Yes.
Now, bring all that together for me. What does that mean?
Well, Fusion's Taster's Choice is the first olive oil balsamic vinegar tasting store in the state of Delaware. Okay.
The only one?
The first one.
The first one?
The very first one. And it was opened with the health benefits to keep that in mind. So the name is derived from Fusions, where it's a fuse of different flavors, and that's for your extra virgin olive oils as well as your balsamic vinegars. And then Taster's Choices, because your taste buds are different than mine. So we have this plethora of olive oils and balsamic vinegars fused, and then Taster's Choice, what works for your palate and what works for mine. And then all the health benefits that go along with it.
Now, you don't think of oil and vinegar being a science, but you've made a science out of this whole business.
They call me the master mixologist. I pair together an olive oil and balsamic vinegar so that you can create a lot of different dishes. Oil and vinegar don't mix. They just don't match together, but I'll pair up an extra virgin olive oil or a flavored olive oil with one of my balsamic vinegars just to give a whole different twist to what you want to cook with.
Well, now, you've laid it out here so that you have things like organic, healthy, fresh, premium, and so forth, and it looks like a wine taster.
A lot of people, it's very similar to wine tasting. Actually, there is an art to tasting balsamic vinegar and olive oils. So I do teach people how to taste olive oil. You should be able to taste it, feel it, and smell it to know that it's a good quality extra virgin olive oil, Evo.
You had to go through a lot to learn all of this. How did you do it?
Well, I was certified. My supplier does offer classes, so I go out to California from time to time, and I was certified as a sensory taster certificate specialist. And then I'm in the store, to my store, so I play all day long, and I combine the different flavors together to come up with something that's pleasing to the palate.
Dolores, why?
Well, a lot of the health benefits, first of all, like I say, your extra virgin olive oil, your olive oils, it's good for cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, because it helps with the inflammation. It's also good with acne, your cholesterol, lowering your cholesterol. And a lot of my family members, unfortunately, were not eating healthy. We're used to just eating what basically the commercials are telling us to do. We don't do a lot of research, and we're kind of stuck in the way that we eat and what we use. Well, when I found out about an olive oil store from a friend of mine, and I went to one, I'm not a cook, I'm not a foodie, I'm none of those, but I tasted it and I could taste the difference. And then doing that research, finding out those health benefits, that's one reason why I opened up this store.
Well, now, looking through your store, you have products that are good for cooking, for treating cosmetically, and for enjoying the food and other tastings. How did you get all this together?
Where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, my customer base have been great. I have repeat customers. I've grown by word of mouth. This month, Black Friday, will be 2 years. So between my repeat customers, word of mouth, friends, and family, and just, okay, well, what can we do? What can we do differently? And then trying to give a one-stop gourmet shopping to our customers. So that's why it's a variety of different things for your cooking. You have your spices, you have your pestos. I have the tomato paste. I also have the red peppers, but they're also in a balsamic vinegar or in an olive oil. So it's all of that base. And then my beauty products, you have your soaps, handmade in Australia with 100% olive oil, and then also with the extra essential oils in there. So all the healing properties that go along with that. Body wash, shampoo, and hair conditioner. So things that just are good for the individual inside and out.
So now people can visit your shop and really taste all of this, see all of this.
Yes, it is a tasting store. So I'm located at 3629A Silverside Road in Wilmington, Delaware. The only Chuck E. Cheese in Delaware. I'm in here with Chuck E. Cheese. If you find Chuck E. Cheese, you can find me. But there's not a lot of foot traffic, so a lot of people kind of miss out on this opportunity. But stop by. It's free tastings. I also have chefs that come in. We do cooking demonstrations, and we also have nice little gift sets. We will customize gift baskets. We'll make them specially for you. But we also have pairing sets where you can purchase 2, 4, or 3 sets, and they make fantastic holiday gifts, and then also hostess gifts. Like my customer who just left, she's responsible for cooking Thanksgiving dinner, but it's not at her house, so she bought a nice little 4-package gift set as a hostess gift.
All I want to do, folks, is to tell you gotta see this, you've gotta taste it, so be sure to visit Fusion's Taster's Choice today.
he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Merry Christmas! It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas as Philadelphia opens up the Christmas Village at Love Park. Filled with holiday spirit, the Christmas Village attracts thousands of people from all over the world each year. Since the opening of the village 8 years ago, family and friends come out to enjoy the festivities, to meet new people, and to take part in this wonderful celebration.
It's a great, diverse event. We've seen Muslims and Jews and Christians and everything, so it's a great tradition, and it's just a great time.
With over 60 vendors selling unique ornaments, clothing, jewelry, and more, the Christmas Village gives you a variety of items to choose from that are not seen in your local retail stores.
Been here for 6 years. We're the Irish shop at the Christmas Village, and everything is handmade luxury items from Ireland.
Starting from Thanksgiving and ending until Christmas, each year the Christmas Village continues to grow by bringing people together and kicking off the holiday. As you can see, Christmas Village is filled with holiday spirit, bringing people from all over the world together. Reporting from Love Park, I'm Signs Snowburn.
The Flamingos are up now, folks, just as we promised. Here they are. They've been around for years. The Flamingos, sometimes known as the ambassadors for romance, lullabying since the early 50s. A group of 5, later a group of 4. And today, they are a trio. Stan Princeton, Terry Buzzy Johnson, and Sterling Newsom. But even though the faces may have changed, the Flamingos are alive and well. For decades, the Flamingos, who were inducted in the Hall of Fame as a doo-wop team, are known today for wooing many audiences with love songs, and they come as ambassadors of romance. Terry Buzzy Johnson has been the mainstay of the group since they joined back in the 1950s, and he even had difficulty trying to define their distinctive sound. To get that sound, how did you manage? I mean, what did you have to do to get that kind of a sound?
Well, I carry the sound with me.
Mm-hmm.
I just choose the right combination of voices.
You have to do a whole lot of testing and going
just
around finding.
Just rehearsing, which is a fun thing.
You know what? I get the bounce.
The bounce? Okay.
I get the bounce. Okay. When you're singing, there's a certain bounce, there's a certain rhythm that you follow with your steps, with your music, with your beat, you know.
Say it for me, go ahead.
And I think that's what gets me, and that's what gets most people when we hear you. We know distinctively, we've heard that sound before. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Okay, fellas, where are you from?
Originally, from New York.
Oh, I'm from New York, Bellevue Hospital.
Oh, okay. Knickerbocker.
Okay, all right. And you, sir?
I was born in Newport News, Virginia.
Oh, that's your problem.
Well, it was a problem only for a minor time.
Okay, I'm just teasing
you. New York City, and I grew up there.
So New York is right; it's flowing around here,
yeah,
and that's where it comes from, I think. Where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
That's close enough.
That's right.
You've had a lot of problems there lately.
Yeah, but hey, didn't have it when I was coming up because Sonny Till and the Orioles lived down the street from me. Earl Hawley and the Swallows lived down the street from me. Junior Bailey and the Cadillacs lived up the street from me. So our street was a major street for entertainment.
You know, you don't get that much anymore where so much talent is in one area.
Yeah, right.
You have to go look for it. So what's going to happen to our music? The music that you have given us?
Hopefully we're going to keep it alive. Before I die, we want another super smash album out there, and like say 8 out of the 10 or 8 out of the 12 that we record, they're all going to be #1 hits to keep this music going for the next generation, so they'll know what music is all about.
your audiences are still sort of adult.
True.
But now, how do you bring in that youth?
Well, I wouldn't say, because like, usually every place we go to now, we see a lot of like 15, 16-year-old kids out in the audience. Oh!
I didn't know you could sing like that, right?
No, they don't say that. I don't remember that song, but that was really a nice song. What's the name of it? You know, so I'll Never Ask for You, Lovers Never Say Goodbye. So the kids, you know, they haven't heard, so, you know.
They haven't heard any music.
Well, right, but see, music is like, it's a cycle. It goes around, comes back around again in a different form, but it's still. And Barry Gordy Jr. always said that. You know, give it 20, 30 years, it will come back again, and it does.
What do you think about the music of today?
I don't think too much of it. I'm still old school.
Yes,
you know, I enjoy doo-wop. I like good songs that you can understand. Love songs, songs that make sense.
And you know what happens when we hear those songs? We all remember something. We identify with something that happened in our lives.
Right.
When you can relate to the sound,
right,
the musical notes, and when you can sing the words. Today you can't do much of that. Now you look like you might be the youngest to join. Am I right?
I think you're dead on.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, 3.
And how do they relate to this music?
Well, my youngest son is 21.
Oh, geez, he's not a baby, is he?
But he's the youngest. He has a level of appreciation that he won't leave the room, let's say, when I'm playing it. But
what does he think about this music?
Well, when you ask Stan the question about do you have an appreciation, where is it? I have an appreciation for today's music because today's music is a composition of long ago, today, and the expression of tomorrow. I think
that's interesting.
Yes, it's my belief that we're in different times today. A lot of things happening, but social media is able to underscore and underline things happening at every corner of the world. But what's happening is it's being expressed and exhibited in ways that we never did in our time. But it's still if you drill down deep enough, you'll find the rocks and the platform of what we're doing today.
I can't see anyone but you. Do what you want. 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 Are the stars out? Do what you want. Do what you want. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright.